All right, in this video, I really want to take and go over what club should you really be chipping with, or what's the best to chip with, and all that. Um, I'm really just kind of going over what that is because of the video I did of the backyard chipping setup. As you can see here, we're in my little chipping studio, chipping setup in my backyard here, and we're doing some chips and kind of talk about it. First, we're going to start off with the lob wedge. We'll go to pitch and wedge next. Or actually, you know what? Let's start off with the pitch and wedge first. I'll talk about that. Sand wedge and lob wedge, and I'll kind of go over exactly my journey with it as well. So starting off, I actually used to always chip with the pitching wedge. Like no matter what, I was chipping with the pitching wedge. No matter if I was barely off the green, you name it. So we're gonna really dive deep into that. And like I said, we're starting right now. So let me move my microphone here. All right. So pitching wedge, as you know, is mainly for, well, pitching, I guess most people would say, but I don't like to say it's for chipping. So this is more of my bump and run club. So what I would do here, and we're gonna get some balls out here. So this is kind of my bump and run club that I would kind of just, I like to put my feet close together, lay the club more on my left side here, and I like to just kind of, as you can see, that runs out like there, bump and run. This is the club that I would use that for. And so if I was off the green and I'm trying to run it up a hill maybe, I'm going to simply put my feet together and then bump and run it. And of course, again, that is the pitch and wedge there we're using. Let's go to the next one that a lot of people, let's go to the one that people think they should be, I guess, using, which is the lob wedge, looking for those crazy cool, flop shots or something like that. But in reality, I don't like this club, and I'm about to show you why. So the lob wedge is very lofted. I believe this one is 60 degrees. And again, you're gonna get up under it. But watch what happens here over here, what we're gonna do here. So, and then look what happens when you do get under it. You're not going far enough. You have to hit it harder. There's less control there, at least for me. Someone else, maybe not. And I like to keep my feet a little apart when I'm doing chips like this. Now that one in particular was really good. We were really close. So you could use the lob wedge there. And a lot of people do for finesse shots and stuff like that. And when they want to look cool, I think, personally. So the club we're going to be talking about mainly today is what you should be chipping with, obviously. And I believe that's the sand wedge. Funny enough, most people only pull out this club, myself included, for a long time when I was in the sand. But particularly now, this is all I use to chip, and I've made some of my best chip-ins. You can actually go check out my channel and see some of the chip-ins I've made in this very backyard here, and it's actually literally been with the sand wedge each time. It's not been with any other club. So let's kind of do the sand wedge and see what happens. Again, this is my favorite club to do chips with. And I do the same approach. I don't put my feet close together. I put them a little far apart. I line it up with my left leg here. And I just simply, because see, with the lob wedge, you get too much height. You're getting too much loft. With the pitch and wedge, you're getting too much distance as far as bump and running and stuff like that. But with the sand wedge, it's perfect for that in the middle. Now, some people will use a gap wedge for this. Some people will use an 8-iron for that. But personally, when we're talking about chipping, I think wedges are always going to be your best friend when it comes to any of those. So again, setup. And I personally just feel so much more control with the sand wedge. So that being said, this is my particular best club that I like to chip with now. I actually used to be the worst at it. I used to constantly scull it, top it, thin it, fat it, you name it. But with the sand wedge now, I feel the amounts of control. At the end of the day, though, the best club to chip with is the one you have the most confidence in. For me, that's my sand wedge, hands down. I feel like I can control the distance, the spin, and where the ball lands better than any club in my bag. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What club do you chip the best with? Let me know down in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, I really appreciate it if you'd leave a like and consider subscribing. I have plenty more golf tips, gear reviews, practice, backyard practice videos coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for golfing with me on Golf with Junior.